Hello and welcome to our third episode of the fall season. I'm Johnny Cohen, and I'm alongside my wonderful commentators Ben Veradian and Adam Fife.
We've got a great episode in store for you today, so don't move a muscle.
Don't get out of your seat. It's all coming up right about now.
Hello, Horseman. We've got a great game here today with the Lions taking on Newark Academy. Here we see Jameer with the carry, and he does a stellar job hitting the open lanes, and he's going to give the Lions great field position inside the 10. Here we see junior Phenom Brody dropping back and finding wide receiver Charlie Wallach, who's going to sprint past the defense for a great touchdown reception. Good job. Good extra point by Ray Silverman. Jameer has been rushing with vision and accuracy all season, and here we see Jameer find the open hole, and he's going to sprint down the far sideline for what appears to be a touchdown, but unfortunately there will be a flag on the play. Alright, here we see Jameer rush down the left side of the field, and the Newark defense is unable to find the answer to our run game. Boom! Just perfect blocking by that offensive line, and a stellar power rush by Billy Learman for another touchdown. The Lions' run game has aced it today. We gotta give props to the Lions' offensive line in this one, just buckling down and creating the space so that the rushers can split the field open and give the defenses half. Overall, the Lions have played some really great football, really rushing the ball with purpose, getting the ball to the receivers and the offensive line, getting down the trenches, giving our quarterback time and our running backs lanes to run. The Lions will go on to win this one 18-0, improving to 1-2 on the season.
We bring you now to the tennis courts where the undefeated Lions take on Grace Church.
In the number 2 singles match, Sarah Finley would go on to make easy work of her opponent. Here we see her with a great serve and the follow-up point.
And here's Sarah Finley again with a great serve and getting her opponent to hit the ball out. And now we take you over to doubles with Rachel Okun and Isha Agarwal taking on their opponents.
Yeah, they would easily win this match, just like their fellow Lions teammates, and Lions would go on to win this one 8-0. The girls this year have been dominating their opponents, and it's really been unfair for everyone else in the Ivy League. We bring you to Prettyman Gymnasium where the Lions take on the Riverdale Falcons, and they're going to be looking to pick up their first win as they've been really struggling this year.
The Lions are currently in a rebuilding year, but they have a great freshman prospect in Zoe Swift. She has really been outstanding for them this year.
They also have a great junior leader in Brittany Jones who's taken on much more of a leadership role with the team.
Yeah, Riverdale now with the serve, and the Lions player is going to do something really sneaky here and push the ball over the net, faking out the opponent. Riverdale now receiving the serve, and they're going to easily push this ball over. Now Horace Mann is setting up for the spike, and it's going to be in. That's a Lions point. Now the Lions back on the serve again. They're looking to take this game away from the Falcons, looking to pick up their first win. And the Lions, Brittany Jones is going to spike it again. They're going to be unable to spike that over the net, and the Riverdale is going to say no and block that ball. The Lions would go on to pick up their first win of the season, and they're going to move on to 1-5 on the year.
And we bring you to the main field finally for a soccer game. The boys soccer team looking to rebound after a tough loss at the hands of Collegiate. Not much offense produced in that game, but they're trying to boost morale with this game right here, looking to pick up a win.
Now Riverdale on offense, marching down the left side of the field with the cross into the mixer, but Alan Park says no, and he clears it out, but the ball is unable to get past the midline. And Riverdale with an opportunity here, and unfortunately it's going to go past the keeper, and that'll be a Riverdale goal, making it their third of the afternoon. Now we have Julian Dubeck with a great set piece to Alan Park. Aiden Isaacs finds the ball, passes it to his teammate Evan Bonagorio, who passes it back to Aiden, who passes it into the middle to Philippe with the beautiful header. Aiden's fired up, he gives a nice fist bump. The Lions are excited to be back in this one with the score of 3-2. Unfortunately, the Lions would go on to be dominated for the entirety of the afternoon, producing a fairly poor second half, not able to produce any goals, and it'd be a shameful one for the Lions in this one, embarrassing themselves on their home field. However, the Lions look to rebound in their next match against Masters on Monday. The Lions suffered a few tough losses and injuries to Noah Simon and Michael Benacerraf, but we hope to get them back in the next week.
Cross country, Van Cortlandt Park. If you weren't there, then where were you? We have an exciting race today.
And we're off with the entirety of the Ivy League just somewhere in the mixture of that race.
But we can see Horseman's vibrant maroon and white colors trying to come out on top.
Yeah, Horace Mann is trying to make a name for themselves this season, trying to get on top. And look at that! That's Mark Fernandez, Lions Report's own. He's going to pump his arms. He's going to finish ahead of his opponent. Great for Mark. Oh, and here he is again! Mark Fernandez with his fellow sophomores. They're really trying to push to win this race here. The sophomores have been a great asset for the team.
4 sophomores would medal today in what was a great race for the Lions.
Thank you so much for watching this week. Here's the team behind making this episode so great. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and check us out on YouTube. See you next week.